Check, 1, 2. Commissioner Coleman is here.
Hey,
Good morning,
Commissioner. How are you?
Good morning.
Good morning to you. Well, everybody's here. As soon as we go to 10:15, we're going to go because we got a hearing that's paused for us. All right, it is now 10:15. All the commissioners are assembled. We're going to go ahead and call the agenda meeting to order for February 22nd, 2023, reminding all those people that are on the phone to mute your phones unless you're going to speak. But we do have a handful of new orders today and a little case discussion and some other discussion. But before we do that, we're going to approve the minutes from February 16th, 2023. Those minutes have been sent out in advance. Is there any questions or concerns over those minutes, commissioners? Hearing none, I move that we approve the minutes from the February 16th agenda meeting. All those in favor say aye.
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 All those, okay, so that is approved 4-0. Okay, moving right into tariffs and new orders. Looks like we have 6 tariffs and new orders today. The first one is in file AW 2020-0356. This is in the matter of the working case to consider best practices for the recovery of past utility bills due to the COVID-19 pandemic. So the commission had ordered staff to compile data and file a report quarterly with us. And the last report was filed was January 31st of 2023. Staff's reports have been really helpful to the commission, and so we could understand the impact of the pandemic. But we believe that they have served their purpose and no further reports are needed. So this order relieves staff of its obligation to file any further reports in this case. And I would recommend we approve this order version number 1. Commissioner Holmes.
I support the order.
Commissioner Olson?
I support the order.
Commissioner Kochmeyer.
And I do as well.
Great. All those in favor of supporting that order version number 1 say aye.
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 That is approved on a vote of 4-0. Next up is file GE 2023-0201. This is in the matter of the application of Rosalind Alternative Energy, LLC, for a permanent waiver for certain provisions of our commission rules. So Rosalind had asked for a waiver of the commission's gas pressurization and gas odorization rules. They're building a network of transmission lines, some renewable gas processing facilities, I think in Sullivan County, and they're going to inject it into their existing pipeline near Mercer County. Staff had recommended that the commission approve this application for waiver subject to some conditions, and Rosalind has indicated they have no objections with staff's recommended conditions. So therefore, this order grants Rosalind's application for waiver from compliance with the aforementioned commission's rules and the operation of its gas transmission line in Sullivan and Mercer counties in Missouri, subject to the conditions specified by staff. And I would recommend that we approve this order version number 1. Commissioner Coleman?
I support the order.
Commissioner Olson?
I support the order.
Commissioner Kochmeyer?
I'm also in support.
Great. All those in favor of supporting that order version number 1, please say aye.
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 That is approved 4-0. Next up, we have file WM-2022-0186. This is in the matter of the application of Foxfire Utility Company for authority to transfer certain water and sewer assets located in Stone County, Missouri, to Ozark Clean Water Company and a connection between the and couple other transactions that are related. So back on January 25th, the commission had issued an amended report and order regarding Foxfire Utilities' application to sell its water and sewer assets to Ozark Clean Water Company. And then on February 3rd, the Office of Public Counsel filed an application for rehearing. What this order will do is it will deny OPC's application based on the judgment of the commission that there is insufficient reason presented for a rehearing. And I recommend we approve this order version number 1. Commissioner Coleman?
I support the order.
Commissioner Holden?
I'm in support of the order.
Commissioner Kochmeyer?
And I do as well.
Okay, all those in favor of approving that order version number 1, please say aye.
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 That is approved 4-0. Next up, we have file number WR-2022-0303. That's in the matter of Missouri American Water Company's request for an authority to implement a general rate increase for their water and sewer services in Missouri service areas. So back on February 14th, Missouri American Water Company filed a motion to late file some rebuttal testimony. And Missouri American Water Company explained that they had timely emailed the copy of Ms. Takesha Walker's rebuttal testimony to all parties, but they did neglect to file the testimony in EFIS. So staff has objected to their motion and they have actually filed a motion to strike, stating that it would be prejudiced by not having enough time to respond to the late filed testimony. In alternative, the staff requests that it be allowed to respond to Ms. Walker's rebuttal testimony through the true-up phase. OPC has joined in staff's motion to strike and also asked alternatively that the parties be allowed to respond to Ms. Walker's testimony through the true-up period time as well. Missouri American Water has responded, stating that they do not object to other parties providing late-filed surrebuttal testimony in response to Ms. Walker's late-filed rebuttal. So therefore, this order grants Missouri American Water Company's motion to late-file rebuttal testimony, and it denies staff's motion to strike. However, the Commission will grant all parties an opportunity to respond to Ms. Walker's testimony through the true-up phase. Additionally, if the parties cannot agree on a timeline for additional data requests from Ms. Walker's testimony, then the parties may request further relief from the Commission. And I recommend we approve this order, version number 2. Commissioner Coleman.
I support the order.
Commissioner Oldsman.
I support the order.
Commissioner Kolkmar.
And I'm in support.
Great. All those in favor of supporting that version, that order, version number 2, please say aye.
Aye.
And that is approved 4-0. Next up is file EO 2023-0206. This is in the matter of the application of Evergy Missouri West, containing its semi-annual fuel adjustment clause true-up. So back on December 30th, Evergy West initiated a rate adjustment mechanism true-up. The true-up amount identified as a result, there was an under-collection of $169,000 and change from customers from September 1st, 2021 through August 30th of 2022. Staff has recommended the Commission approve Evergy West true-up filing for inclusion in the changes in their Evergy West FAC filing, which is file number ER 2023-0210. So this order will approve Evergy West true-up filing, establishing an under-collection to be applied in its aforementioned FAC filing. And I recommend we approve this order, version number 1. Commissioner Coleman.
I support the order.
Commissioner Holzman.
I support the order.
Commissioner Kolkmar.
And I do as well.
Great. All those in favor of approving that order, version number 1, please say aye.
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 That is approved 4-0. And then the final tariff new order today is file number ER 2023-0210. This is in the matter of the application of Evergy Missouri West for authority to implement rate adjustment required by the Commission's rule and the company's approved fuel and purchase power cost recovery mechanism. So back on December 30th, Evergy West submitted its direct testimony and revised tariff sheet proposing a revised fuel adjustment rate and rate adjustment mechanism true-up. Then on February 8th, OPC filed a response to that tariff sheet and staff recommendation objecting to Evergy West's rate schedule. OPC argued that the approximately $104 million of Evergy West seeks to recover as a fuel and purchase power adjustment cost, and approximately $85 million of that amount represents extraordinary costs that should be instead deferred for consideration in a later rate case. Then on February 16th, Evergy West filed its reply to OPC's response, and Evergy West stated that it does not seek to flow the entire fuel and purchase power adjustment amount of approximately $104 million through the FAC, but rather they propose to recover about $56 million through the FAC. The remaining balance would be then deferred to plan and service accounting, regulatory asset for consideration in a general rate case. So as required by Commission rule, this order will reject Evergy West's tariff revision, suspend the timeline for the fuel adjustment rate filing, and sets a date for a pre-hearing conference, and then directs the parties to propose a procedural schedule. Additionally, because the parties disagree about whether certain revenues should be included in the FAR filing, the order then directs the parties to determine whether there is any part of the proposed adjustment not now in question that could be included in an interim FAR tariff revision. So I would recommend that we approve this order, version number 2. Commissioner Coleman.
I support the order.
Commissioner Holden.
I support the order.
Commissioner Kolkmar.
I'm also in support.
Great. All those in favor of approving that order, version number 2, please say aye.
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 That is approved by a vote of 4-0. Then moving on, we do have case discussion. Judge Pridgen, we got WR 2022-0303. This is Missouri American Water Company's request for a general rate case increase for their water and sewer in their Missouri service areas. So really, this rate case is just going to start at 9 a.m. on Monday. There's been 23 issues filed, not including sub-issues for the Commission's determination. Don't think we have anything else to really mention on that. Judge,
I don't have anything, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Okay.
I do not. Thank you.
All right. Well, we appreciate you being here in case we had questions, and we look forward to seeing you at 9 a.m. on Monday. All right, other discussion. Judge Woodruff.
Yes,
Looks like you have something for us on some closed agenda minutes.
I do, my swan song here.
Yes.
This was General Counsel is basically undertaking a project to go back to our old closed agenda minutes. And under the Sunshine Law, certain in certain cases, when the when we've had a discussion or a vote on something that the case is then resolved, the law requires that we go back and then make those closed agenda minutes open. So that's what this proposal is, and this is only part of what's out there. But there are, looks like 7 of them from 2016 through 2020 that should be opened since these, I believe, are all FERC cases have all been resolved.
Well, I believe this is always good government when you can go back, and I'm sure a lot of people forget these things or probably should even be done, so kudos to you and General Counsel for going back and making sure that we can be as open to the public as we possibly can. So I believe the commissioners have seen these. Is there any questions or anything for the judge?
Need to vote?
I think you do need a vote.
Yes.
And we can just do one vote for the...
Yes.
Okay. All right. Before we vote, I think it is very apropos that we're closing, we're opening some minutes and we're closing minutes. At the same time, we're sitting here and we're closing a wonderful chapter on a great stellar career. And I know this is your last agenda meeting. Your retirement celebration is going to be later this afternoon, but this just goes to the dedication that you've had to making sure everything was done correctly, make sure we followed the law, and make sure we're being as transparent. So I think this is a very fitting thing to close some minutes and reopen them for the next chapter of your life. And I wish you the best. We'll have other comments at the thing, but I could not take this opportunity to not, for the 248,319 people that are logged on right now listening. Man, you should just see this ticker. It's climbing. You're very popular. But thank you for your dedication. Thank you for your friendship. Thank you for the relationships. Thank you for the people you've mentored. Thank you for just your consistent professionalism, wisdom, and just sage advice that I know you have dispensed to many people here. And so I just wanted to say thank you, and we will miss you, but we'll also have other comments later as well.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
So I would recommend that we vote to open and close minutes for the dates that the judge has in the minute. It's been seconded by Commissioner Holzman. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor of that motion, please say aye.
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 Great. That motion is approved 4-0. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Slam dunk there.
Yeah.
So next, we're going to go into scheduling, and so today we currently have a hearing going on downstairs, and we will pick up as soon as this agenda is over, and that is an Evergy's application for permission to approve a certificate of public convenience and necessity for operating and owning and maintaining a existing wind farm in Oklahoma, and that is in room 310, and we'll resume here at 10:30. And then on Thursday, the 23rd, we have a local public hearing in case 2022 ER 2022-0337. That's Ameren's case to adjust its revenues for electric service. That's going to be at 6 p.m. in Cape Girardeau, Missouri, at the Osage Community Center, and that's 6 p.m. on the 23rd in Cape Girardeau. Then on Monday, the 27th, as we mentioned with Judge Pridgeon, we have an evidentiary hearing in WR 2022-0303. That was Missouri American Water Company's request for a general rate increase for their water and sewer service areas. That will start at 8:30 a.m. on the 27th, Monday the 27th, at the Commission's headquarters, room 310, and that is scheduled to go all the way through Friday, March 10th. Then on Wednesday, the 1st, we have our weekly agenda meeting at 10:15 a.m. Then on Monday, March 6th through Wednesday, March 8th, we have a series of local public hearings. This will be in EA 2023-0017. This is Grain Belt's application to amend its certificate of convenience and necessity for authorizing it to construct, own, operate, control, manage, and maintain a high-voltage direct current transmission line and associated converter station. So on 3/6, we will have a WebEx-only local public hearing, and that's at 6 p.m. Then on the 7th of March, we will have a in-person public hearing at the Elks Lodge in Mexico, Missouri at noon. And that is on the 7th at the Elks Lodge in Mexico, Missouri at noon. Then on the 8th, we will have a WebEx-only hearing at noon on the 8th in that case. Then on Wednesday, March 8th, we have our agenda meeting at 10:15 a.m. Then on Thursday, March 16th, we will have our agenda meeting at 10:15 a.m. And then on Tuesday, March 21st, we have an evidentiary hearing in EO 2022-0320. That is the application of Jennifer Dutcher for change of electric supplier to Platte County Electric Cooperative. That will be at room 310 here at the Commission headquarters at 9 a.m. Then on Wednesday, March 22nd, our agenda meeting will be at 10:15. And that concludes scheduling. Is there any comments or anything for the good of the order from the fellow commissioners?
Super speedy.
Super speedy. We tried to get back 10:31, missed it by a minute.
You're a minute over.
Just by a minute, you know. I woke up a minute late. Just can never catch up. So, all right, that is all the business coming before the commission. We do have Judge Woodruff's retirement ceremony at 1 o'clock, and our hearing will continue today back in the room 310 as soon as we adjourn. And I move that we stand adjourned. Great.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.